Hey guys, Spartan here with a trading tip for this week, and today I want to talk about how to recognize lows or bottoms in a particular ticker when a reversal is going to happen. There's a couple different indicators that I look at, and I want to share with you some of the most basic ones that you can pretty much find with any sort of charting software out there. Now, what I'm talking about really is downtrend breaks, EMA support reclaims, combined with possible bottom channel bounces, things like that. Let me show you what I mean. Now, SPY, I talked about this yesterday, and if you guys don't watch the daily recaps, I do show you these types of things at the end in the daily recap, so it is worth watching. I always try to give you guys a little bit of education in regards to, okay, these are the trades that I took, and this is why I took them. So, good idea to watch those, but I want to break down essentially what I'm looking at in a little bit more detail in this video. So, here's the channel on the downtrend on the SPY. Of course, that did break. Now, let's take a look at the longer term channel as well on the SPY. And if you guys don't know how to draw channels, I do have a video on drawing trend lines, and it's pretty simple, basically looking at the highs and lows of each basically ticker, how it's trending, and then finding the parts which stand out from a eyeing standpoint. You can see where a trend line is, and then you basically just click on the 2 points and be able to draw a trend line fairly easily that way. Practice makes perfect, of course, as well. But if it doesn't look good visually, it's most likely wrong. If it looks okay visually, then it's most likely correct. In this case, we have the short-term downtrend channel on the SPY. We bounced around there. We have this longer-term downtrend on the SPY as well. And we can see that we're actually back above holding this range at the moment. Now, couple different reasons why I'm looking at a bottom on the SPY in the short term right now. We have number one, which is that downtrend break. So number one, downtrend breaks. I always like to combine reversals with a few different elements, typically 2 to 3 technical indicators. In this case, we're talking about a downtrend break, which would be number one. Number two would be a short-term EMA support reclaim, which we can see right here above that 399 level. And number three, we would combine that with also a support. Now, that could be a range support. That could be an EMA support. Any sort of support is what I want to see actually holding up on the daily as well. We can see that the market did come back. It broke the bottom channel, which acts as a support level. It reclaimed that, and it's been holding that ever since it did reclaim. Now, there's other elements here we can look at as possible indications of a bottom. A couple others would be potentially a double bottom. If you look at the weekly, we would see a longer term downtrend that was tested and held as well. So that could be looked at as a long-term range test hold or a double bottom as well. And like I said, you can combine that with a whole full bunch of different types of elements. But in this case, I always look for 3 for topping and for reversals off the lows. And in this case, downtrend break, EMA support reclaim, and the hold of that bottom channel. So guys, that's what I look for reversals. Hopefully this helps. Again, you can use a whole bunch of different types of indicators. You could also be looking at, off the bottom, Keltner channel, Bollinger Band, what have you. But I always find 3 different elements puts up a pretty good indication. One element that always needs to be there, though, guys, is going to be that downtrend break on the daily chart. Okay? Hopefully this helps you guys. And yeah, if you have any questions, go to SpartanTrading.com. Check us out there. Also, free Discord link in the description of the video below. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next week.